I'm looking, this is where I normally watch TV in my grandfather's old apartment. Up here on this line that's called dental molding. And then up here, if you look from the edge where the dental molding is, he drew a wave function that if I scan back, I don't even know if you can see it all. It's white here, and then it transitions to a little off shade of white, almost like a little blue hue over here. And it looks like the cell wall coming in on each other, whether it's subliminal or sublingual. That's where the integrity used to be, and then something happened. But there is definitely a transition from dental molding through, and then there's definitely some inner collapse that he knew about. If at the edges of the corners, this one's closest to the window, he changes the flowers, and he changes the corner beads. He transitions the flower from corner to corner. The one by the window, he transitions this way. And he has in the center it rolling in. It almost looks like a I've mentioned it before, like a peritrichus, something or other. I don't know what he was referencing because him and I didn't share words about it. But as I go down on the other side of the wall, he also has it. Now, if you see here, this is part of the moving of time and space, but he's got it in a linear, already stated pattern with the dots and with the moving. But it's the integrity still looks almost as integritous as that over here with whatever he was drawing here, which was an important fashion. And then he drew something here, but this, I feel, for me anyway, this feels like this is starting to get out of integrity and starting to move in a pattern that's not as healthy. And he changes the inner cortex feature here to communicate whatever this is at high thought pattern that I know is on record at important places. Also, when this is an important feature that he painted this is his own painting. When you're at a mountain house and you see these, as somebody who lives in the city, you know, whatever, don't really notice it much. I mean, for somebody who lives in an avalanche area, it could be a safety feature of how do they find the houses if an avalanche comes about. Well, they have poles and they're safety painted. To some, now in this day and age, it could be reminiscent of a antenna, or that's how they might read it, but it's not what it actually is, or it might be a second function thereof. But it's the difference in the characteristics of generations from somebody who was born in century 19, year, I think, 10 or 11. I'm sorry, decade 1, plus 1 year or minus 1 year, I'm not quite sure. For me, that's how he painted in this apartment, which is where he lived. Currently, they fly this symbol. I don't know when he first got here what symbol they flew. I don't know if it was readily available symbolically. I do know that he came, Louis was born in Italy, but Louis even says, I asked him, I said, where were Nono's parents? And Louis has no idea. He's like, they were in Italy. I was like, really? Did you see them in Italy? He goes, no. And I'm like, so then how do you know? I was like, what if they were in Albania? Or they were in some outside country? And he's like, no. He says, that's ridiculous. We were in Italy, they were in Italy. I was like, right. Okay, Lou. And so today is October 2nd, 2021. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken for me. I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. I myself am stuck here in this debris field. I have none of this. Nothing was left for me. Nothing was created in this flag system for me. And I'm health-wise not doing as well as I should be. And I'm... Oh. Anyway, so it's Nicole Cattaruzza, and it's star 1978, star 8378. And that was his personal hand painting of a fresco on the ceiling in the house in Bayside, along with others that he left behind as mementos, along with the painting that Louis has behind the family tree painting.